Cambodia, a country rich in ancient tradition and natural beauty, including large areas of forest. But illegal logging compounded with the excessive fuel consumption means the forests of Cambodia are going up in smoke. The Cambodia Fuelwood Saving Project, CFSP, aims to curb the rampant deforestation. A key part of the work is reduced demand for charcoal through the use of an improved fuel-efficient stove.
The main cause of deforestation is basically a combination between illegal logging and the charcoal production. In 96-97, I passed this area, and this area was forest. I didn't know what happened during the last 10 years, but presumably it is because of the logging and also because of the charcoal production. People cut the trees and then they make charcoal, and then yeah, you can see it's no more forest here. The consumption in the urban areas is quite high. It is about 90,000 tons only for Phnom Penh city per year. And they do not use the efficient device to cook.
Currently, there is no realistic alternative to charcoal for cooking, so CFSP have redesigned the traditional stove, making it more efficient and cutting the amount of charcoal used by 22%.
Most of the families, they use this stove. We consider it as a traditional stove. Then, based on this, we introduce new design adopted from Thailand. This is combustion chamber. We forced to make this smaller, so then you cannot put big quantity of charcoal. We make the grate with 37 holes, distributed evenly, so then distribution of the air gives you better combustion. The metal cover is up to the top of the edge of the stove. Then it is more durable, stronger, and we put a refractory liner made of rice husk ash mixed with clay. So the heat here, it will reflecting back inside. This insulator is made of rice husk ash in order to prevent the heat loss from the combustion chamber.
Traditional stoves have been popular in Cambodia for many years. CFSP has taken advantage of this existing thriving market to introduce the improved stove.
We train the producers on how to produce a new design, how to manage improved stove production, how to do the quality control, and we gather all of the producers and distributors into an association.
The new stove costs 3 times the price of the traditional stove, but the consumers understand that the advantages and savings outweigh the additional cost.
The traditional stove is much cheaper but uses a lot more fuel. 1 kilogram of charcoal with traditional stove lasts only 2 days, but with my new stove may last 3 to 4 days.
Not only does it save charcoal, but it cooks faster and is more durable. It is more expensive, costs 20,000 reals, but lasts much longer.
Ensuring that the stoves are popular with the users and that stove production can generate a profit for small-scale businesses is critical for the long-term success of the project.
The main objective of CFSP in promoting improved stove through commercialization is that we want to reduce the consumption of wood. The second is that we want this dissemination program running in sustainable way. So stove producers prefer to produce the improved stove simply because they got more profit. Also the retailer and the middleman also enjoy the same profit as the producers. I believe that if we can maintain this condition, then the commercialization of improved stove in Cambodia will going on itself without any support from the project.
I can get more income now, about 3 times more than with the traditional stove. Before I had a small house, now I'm able to build a bigger house. I can repair this house and have a better living condition.
Sun-baked earth, Uttar Pradesh, northern India. Here, the limits of one monsoon allow farmers just one annual crop. the only option for the rest of the year was going to the city in search of work or finding a way to pay for expensive, polluting diesel pumps for irrigation, as there's always water near the surface. Amitabh Sadangi of International Development Enterprises, IDE India, is on his way to the village of Sabihaya, 30 kilometres outside Lucknow.
If one crop failed, these people commit suicide because they got so much, they take loan from the local money lender, they come under pressure. And there are a lot of suicide by farmers. Is a major headlines in the newspaper every day in India.
Water here lies 7 metres below the surface, and thanks to this innovation, even the poorest farmers can now reach it by walking.
I saw people irrigating through the hand pump, and because it's very difficult to operate in hand, they were using the leg muscles to operate a hand pump, and that is the idea I got.
The idea translated into the treadle pump, designed to be operated with the leg muscles and, more crucially, simple and cheap to maintain.
This have a twin cylinder pump which works with, this is what we're calling the plastic bucket. This needs to be replaced once in a year, and this costs them around 20 cents US, 20 cent US. Once in a year they have to replace this part. Apart from this, there's no other maintenance.
Mohammed Shabir bought a pump 6 years ago and now grows 3 crops a year instead of 1. And with the proceeds, he's now building a new house.
I've got good crops. My life's much better compared to before the treadle pump. I'm very happy now.
Pawan Singh is travelling to the village of Mirzapur, close to the Nepalese border, where the water table is high enough for treadle pumps to access and provide water for the fertile Terai plains. The first step is to dig a borehole. Then a plastic tube with holes cut out of it is inserted to keep the well open.
These are the holes which we have made. And this acts as a filter. This will not allow sand to go inside this pipe.
The pump is attached to the top. A single pump can be dismantled easily and used on several different boreholes, making irrigation much easier than traditional methods.
I save money because I used to hire the diesel pump for 80 rupees per hour. Now I can irrigate whenever I like because I can operate this myself. Now I'm independent.
During the dry months, land irrigated by a farmer who can walk on water really stands out.
There you see a green patch of land where the farmer who has a treadle pump, he's taking one more crop, whereas the field all around it are all lying fallow. So the farmers who do not have a treadle pump, their fields are lying fallow.
Nearly 700,000 pumps have been installed to date, each one generating wealth for a farmer, a reseller and an installer. The widespread acceptance would not have been possible without promotion, and in a nation of cinema lovers, IDE India has hit upon the novel idea of using movies to get the message across.
Everything is there at the back. You can come and I'll show it to you.
Back in Sabihaya, the sun is going down, and as farmers finish the day's work, the movie starts to roll. First an ad for the pumps. Then the main feature. Credits for the treadle pump have some way to roll, for while the water table isn't always high enough in the right location, this simple idea is already changing hundreds of thousands of lives. And now families don't need to migrate for work. Children are able to stay in school.